An effort underway in the district to get money back into the hands of residents. We're talking reparations for the descendants of enslaved African Americans. Delia Gonzalez is in the newsroom with more on a bill introduced in the D.C. Council. So, Dee, what are we hearing about it?
Well, oftentimes when we hear the word reparation, many folks think about the atonement for the enslavement of Africans, but it goes well beyond that. The 10 council members who signed on to this bill say it's about the decades of structural racism and government policies that prevented Black people from buying homes, securing jobs, and building generational wealth for their families. So let's take a look at the racial wealth gap in D.C. According to the bill's sponsor, council member at large Kenyon McDuffie, the typical white household has a net worth that is 81 times higher than the typical Black household. What does that look like? We're talking $284,000 compared to just $3,500. It's the largest gap in the nation, he says. The council member says the only way to bridge that divide is through government-sanctioned action.
Think of any measure of success, whether it's education, whether it's health, wealth, whether it's employment, and really, Black residents are on the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder. And this is not about pointing the finger. It is just one of the myriad of tools that our government should consider when thinking about ways to make our city more racially equitable.
So here's the proposal on the table if this bill is passed. 1, establish a 9-member reparations task force to study and develop a proposal. 2, require the commissioner of the Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking to create a slavery-era database. And 3, finally establish a reparations foundation fund. And of course, that is where it all comes down to the money, right? So the council member wouldn't get into how much money we're talking about, and more importantly, how we're going to fund this proposal. But he says this bill is the first step to figuring that all out. Les?
Yeah, that's interesting about the money. I mean, especially on a day where we're learning San Francisco is trying to do the same thing, giving qualified Black people $5 million. So it'll be interesting to see how the district comes up with the math and who qualifies for that if this does go forward. Dee, thank you.